It's the 24th out here. I decided to do a walk around of the 1980 VW Caddy Diesel that I just got. It was my uncle's truck and he passed a few weeks ago, and I was able to acquire it from his spouse, and went and got it this last couple days along with a bunch of stuff. Apparently he was a hoarder, kind of like I am and like my father was, but anyway, we just got back last night, so I figured I'd do a walk around of this truck real quick, and it's a good looking truck. This side had been smashed. Where it was parked was a precarious place on icy roads, and someone came around the corner and took the door and the quarter in front of the rear wheel out. And so it's been repaired. It's got glazerite paint on it. It was a friend of his that had a body shop and just kind of did it. It was not a buddy deal exactly, but kind of that way. Just kind of a fix it up and respray it for a driver. And that's in fact what it is. It's a nice truck. Nicest Caddy that I've ever owned. And originally my father picked it up for my uncle, and he drove it for many, many years before he passed. Anyway, picked it up yesterday and drove it back from there, Idaho. It's about 650 miles, give or take, I believe. 700 miles. He used a bed liner here underneath the paint, so it's pretty nice. You know, it's still got some dents and things, but it cleaned up pretty well. The canopy is pretty substantial. The frame is pretty good. I might actually reskin the canopy and replace these bubble windows that are completely fogged over. Figure something else out for that, but so it's got the canopy, and it still locks and everything. It's a 1500 4-speed, so it's geared down to third up hills, 45 or 50 miles an hour up the steep ones when you're loaded. The wheels that are on it are off of a Jetta, like an 85 Jetta. I was told the tires were rotten, so I went ahead and had some new tires put on these Jetta wheels, which I like better on my trucks. They're an inch wider or so and fit fine, but it's a little more tire under the truck, and when you use them as a truck you kind of need that. Probably need to put struts and stuff in it. I'll probably put my 1600 turbo diesel 5-speed in it if I continue to drive it as a, you know, a regular truck. Little 1500 has just not got it. Needs a little bit of exhaust work. The pipe here, there's a joint loose in there, so I'm gonna have to get under there and fix that. Doesn't hit the ground, but it falls down quite a ways. But it ran real good for a little car, and I'm really happy with it. It's not perfect, but it's a very, very nice little Caddy, and you don't see the 80s around very much. The front ends are a little bit different on these trucks than the 81s, and I like them better. Give it a quick start here. Actually, look at the interior. Interior's in decent shape. It's kind of cluttered. Came with a little stash tray and all my uncle's stuff that he's collected, and miscellaneous paperwork and stuff. The seats are actually in good shape under these covers, and yeah, it came with the obligatory little guy there, and yeah, pretty cool truck. Some tools I took along, and my uncle's hat, his favorite one. Always wore a cowboy hat, and that was his favorite. It's kind of a mustard color. It's a Dobbs. And yeah, he was a geologist, was out in the desert a lot, so he always was wearing a cowboy hat. And yeah, anyway, I grabbed that hat so I can hang it up on the elk horns by my father's hat. They were brothers, the only two in the family. And so anyway, sentimental stuff there. I'll give this a little light up here. You can hear it runs pretty good. Had a couple issues when we picked it up. It had no brakes, the vacuum wasn't working, and I had sent him a couple of repair kits for the vacuum pump, but it turned out it was just one of the lines was cracked, so replaced that line. I brought a lot of extra junk with me, and then we had a little fuel leak. The little plug on the end of the fuel rail ruptured on the way back, and so I took a little chunk of fuel line, return line, and plugged it up, put on there. Runs good. It's just a little underpowered for running down the freeway. Speed limit's 80 in Idaho, and 75 on the flat was about, you know, pushing the wind was about what I got out of this. I hit 80 one time down a hill, but I'll go with a little bigger engine. I'll put this one away just because it's the original of the truck, and I'll just store it and label where it goes. Anyway, walk around to the little 1980 Volkswagen Caddy Diesel. Thanks for watching.